What's up, guys? KAMIKAZE-FOX coming to you from HTA RL, Hit the Apex Racing League, Formula One F1 2019 on the PS4 platform. This is the Assists League, and my sincerest apologies to the league and our viewers for me getting in here late. I had my league times mixed up, and I thought this race was actually kicking off at 3:30 my time, not 3 o'clock. So, we've missed a little bit of the qualifying session, but we'll get you caught up to speed here real quick. Doing an 18-minute short qualifying session. We've got 6:50 left to play before we do a 50% race here at round 8 in Great Britain at the Silverstone circuit. We'll run down the lineup. What we've got so far: V. Rita, your provisional pole sitter, with a 126.717. He's followed closely by Epic the Animal. And Try and Catch currently in third with a 127.2. Cowie is a driver that I've not seen in this league yet, but he is currently fourth. E.R. Nola, I'm going to assume, is Nola Fima, changing his name once again. He'll be in the Ferrari, currently fifth quickest. Harry Saunders is currently sixth fastest. Khalifa, last week's winner at Austria, we'll talk about him in just a moment, currently seventh. Q-Tip is running in eighth. Callum Anderson currently ninth, and Carbon Khan is 10th quickest so far. David Wallbank is 11th quickest. AB53 Mo is currently 12th, and CPT O'Reilly is 13th quickest. Fozzie Wazzie is 14th quickest, and we're still waiting on time to be set by Invictus. And it looks like Salmon Pike has crashed out of qualifying, so he'll be classified in 16th. So that is your driver lineup. Those are your current times. 5:30 left to play in the session. And again, my apologies to the viewers and to the league for getting in here late. Then we had technical difficulties trying to get the stream going. I will also be by myself today. Last week I missed the race, so I want to give a thanks to Ozone Leaston for filling in for me. He's been my wingman most of the season. Unfortunately, he's not able to make today's race, and I wasn't able to make the race last week, but 'tis I all by my lonesome here at Silverstone. So, and just to get anybody that is not familiar with it, Hit the Apex Racing League. This is the Assists League. They run the Elite Series, which is no assist. They run that earlier in the day. And Epic the Animal. My prediction is the guy in the Renault dominates, and Schumacher gets 8 penalties. Is he referring to Schumacher M7? I don't see him on here, and hopefully that's not the case. So they did run the Elite Series earlier today. This is the Assist League, as I've mentioned a couple times now. Currently watching your provisional pole sitter and championship contender. He's now second in points after last week, where he actually made a rare mistake. V. Rita crashing out of Austria was his first DNF of the season. But to recap last week, Epic the Animal walked away with his first pole position of the year, which was great news for him. Khalifa was the one that took home his maiden win, and we see V. Rita go even quicker than before, 126.578. But Khalifa picked up his maiden win, his first victory of the season. Q-Tip followed closely behind him at Austria with his second podium finish of the year. And KCG, your championship points leader, got third, and it was his sixth podium finish of the season. Harry Cooper was fourth. Salmon Pike was fifth. Sippy sixth. Epic the Animal fell to seventh after having pole position. Nelson Santos was eighth. Harry Saunders was ninth. And then Ben Gallagher rounded out your top 10 points paying positions. Nola Fima, Gad, Carbon Khan, Fozzie Wazzie, and Invictus was 11th through 15th, and then 16th all the way through 20th was nothing but DNFs, and that was V. Rita, David Wallbank, AB53 Mo, Try and Catch, and Callum Anderson. Unfortunately for AB53 Mo and Try and Catch, that was their 5th and 4th DNFs of the season, respectively. So now that we're all caught up on all that, times are winding down here. Well, the time is winding down. Got a lot of guys in the pits. Got a couple of guys looking to Q-Tip coming out on an out lap. KAMIKAZE out on an out lap. And we're about to get a lot more cars getting ready to come out on out lap. Lots of guys in the pits making a final few adjustments. Pick up Q-Tip here in Sector 1. See if anybody can make a last-ditch effort to try and snatch the pole away from V-Rita. And I don't see KCG with us. KCG has not missed a race all season. He's your points leader after finishing third last week, and V-Rita crashing out. But with KCG out today, then V-Rita is going to have the opportunity to snatch back that points lead, especially if he gets a win here today. So your championship points leader is not with us. We're going to ride along with the two-time HTA RL F1 champion Q-Tip, and V-Rita has officially retired from the session. His time's going to be locked in at the 1:26.578. I guess he feels that was good enough to take pole. He's 0.4 of a second quicker over Epic the Animal. As we ride along with Q-Tip, again, two-time F1 champion here at HTA RL. See if he's got anything left in the tank. Try and snatch that pole position running through Sector 2. Silverstone, one of the oldest circuits on the schedule. That and Monza, Monaco, about the oldest circuits. You see him flying through the S's here. Very fast track. David Wallbank is retired from the session. He does not set a time. Ooh, Q-Tip running fourth gear through that corner. You hear him bouncing off of the rev limiter. And time is about to be up, so hot laps will count. Looks like Callum Anderson's not going to get through. The Q-Tip comes across 1:26.884. See, who do we have where on the track map? Currently watching Epic the Animal. KAMIKAZE's time is locked in. AB53 Mo, Fozzie Wazzie. It looks like we're going to ride along with Epic the Animal. He's a 1/10.5 up over his previous time. Oh, but he runs extremely wide there. Only got a few more corners to go. Try and get the power down. And a 1:26.8. So he snatches second spot away from Q-Tip. We'll pick up Harry Saunders. Harry Saunders has been very fast this year. He's had a couple of pole positions to his credit, but he's only good enough for fifth quickest so far. And that's going to do it for qualifying. So V-Rita, after missing pole position last week and then crashing out, he's going to be your pole sitter. So here's the rundown. V-Rita will be starting on pole. Epic the Animal second. Q-Tip is third. Try and Catch is fourth. Harry Saunders will be starting fifth. Callum Anderson sixth. Cowie is seventh. Nola will be eighth. Khalifa is ninth. KAMIKAZE 10th. AB53 Mo 11th. Fozzie Wazzie is 12th. O'Reilly is 13th. David Wallbank, Invictus, and Salmon Pike did not set times. That is 14th, 15th, and 16th, and that will be the 16 drivers for today's race. So we'll let the game get reset here. Missing a couple of drivers today. KCG, your points leader, not in here. And do I see King Kasicki? That is Enrique Perez, I believe. If I remember correctly. He was from the HTA League that I commentated for earlier this year. And they had some trouble getting off the ground, but I hear as of late that they have finally gotten some things situated in the GTR world. So Perez will make 17 drivers for today's race. So here's your lineup. V. Rita, second in the points. No contention from KCG today as he is not here, so V. Rita's got a chance to capitalize on that and re-snatch the championship points lead after today's race. Epic the Animal going to be starting in second. He had his first pole position last week at Austria. Unfortunately, came home seventh. He'll be looking to try and make up for that here today. Q-Tip coming off of a good run to second spot last week. See if he can do it again as he's starting in third. And Try and Catch is going to be looking to try and finish a race with 4 DNFs to his credit this year in 7 rounds. He'll be looking to put some points on the board. He's got a great starting position. Hopefully he can snatch a podium. And Harry Saunders, who's been very quick this year, is already losing control of his car. He'll be starting in the 5th spot. Callum Anderson is going to be his teammate, starting in 6th behind him. And newcomer Cowie is going to be starting in the 7th spot in the Red Bull. And Nola is going to be in the 9th spot, see if he can work his way through the field a little bit, put some points on the board for Team Ferrari. Khalifa had a big-time win last week. It was his first win of the season. A great win it was as he held off a hard-charging Q-Tip. He'll be starting in 9th, see if he can work his way through the field, put some points on the board again today. Carbon Khan will be starting in 10th. We'll see if he can stay in the points for McLaren. And AB53 Mo, again, another driver looking to finish a race. He's got 5 DNFs to his credit this year. Fozzie Wazzie already having issues here in the formation lap. She's only been able to finish a handful of races, usually outside of the points. She can work her way through the field, maybe put some points on the board again today. And Captain O'Reilly going to be starting in the 13th spot. David Wallbank coming off of a DNF. He's got a podium to his credit this year. He's looking to try to work his way through the field. And Invictus is going to be starting in 15th spot. Newcomer Salmon Pike. He made his debut last week. He'll be starting in the 16th spot as he did not set a time. And King Kasicki, that is Enrique Perez in the Alfa Romeo, starting in the 17th spot, rounding out your 17 drivers for today's race. We've got Anthony Johnson with us in the live chat. Always good to have him with us. Good old Fun Oreos. The cars get set here. Waiting on the 5 red lights. Lights out. Time to run what you brung their way in a puff of smoke. And it looks like Epic's got a really good start. But V. Rita able to hold him off as they held him down in the turn 1. We've already got cars running wide. And Q-Tip's getting to the inside of Epic. And Epic's already lost a spot. Oh no, an AB53 Mo's left the session. What has happened to AB53 Mo? Wing damage on the right front and left front of that. And possibly a rage quit in the midst of it. So AB53 Mo gone for the day. We got a yellow flag sector 2. Looks like Invictus is going around. O'Reilly's off into the grass. Oh, and O'Reilly's lost the whole front wing on his car. Meanwhile, back at the front, V. Rita has started to pull away from Q-Tip and Epic, but these two guys, and David Wallbank immediately picks up a 3-second time penalty already on the first lap. And look at the battle going on behind them. That's Nola with Harry Saunders and Cowie. Those three. And, oh, a little bit of touch there. between Cowie and Nola. I'm sorry, that was Saunders. Saunders and Nola. Uh-oh, and these guys have called up to Epic. So Epic lost touch with Q-Tip. Q-Tip's lost touch with D-Rito. What is going on with the timing and scoring? Is now saying that Carbon Con is your leader, and we know that is to not be true. So while the timing and scoring gets situated, we're watching a 3-car battle here. Harry Saunders trying to hold off Nola and Cowie. And really, it looks like Callum Anderson's getting in on this as well. So 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. You could throw a blanket over those cars. Saunders and Nola still side by side. And while they're racing side by side, Epic's able to pull away a little bit. Nola finally going to get the job done as he heads to the inside. He runs very wide coming out of there. Crossover move by Saunders. And now they're side by side again. And into this very fast section, these S's, it's at the hangers and Beckett's, or Beckett's and hangers, I don't know what they call it. But as the Red Bull now pulls out, that's Cowie looking to make a move and go 3 wide into the corner. And again, Nola going to push Saunders wide. Saunders comes back onto the track. Dives to the inside. Where is Nola? Nola is right there. Look at this 4-car battle. This is really tight racing here. Ooh, and now Nola's going to try and get a run to the inside. Almost went for the 2-for-1 deal. Uh-oh, and David Wallbank is retired from the session. Not sure what happened to him. Looks like he's gone off in Sector 1 somewhere. Oh, Saunders and Nola banging wheels again. And bring up the tire strategy for everybody. It looks like a lot of the front runners, the first 8 cars, are all on the soft tires. There's here lap 3 now, and these guys have been going back and forth now since the beginning of this race. And Callum Anderson picks up a 3-second time penalty. That was that Toro Rosso running very wide. Looks like Salmon. Oh, and Invictus has retired from the session. So we've already lost David Wallbank and Invictus and AB53 Mo due to a rage quit. And we've got ourselves a virtual safety car because of the incident with Invictus's car. See where we can pick his car up at. And this is try and catch. Looks like he'll be coming up to where Invictus's car was. Looks like it's the beginning of Sector 2. But the car's been removed. We're back to racing. And did I miss something here? Carbon Con is not the leader of this race, I do not believe. Okay, running 12th. I don't know why the timing and scoring is getting a little screwed up like that, but Saunders and Anderson still going back and forth. It looks like Nola was able to pull away from this battle, so now the teammates are fighting amongst each other. And under that virtual safety car, looks like Epic the Animal was able to close in on Q-Tip just a little bit. And Callum Anderson just picked up another 3-second time penalty. Yellow flag Sector 3, and it looks like we've got ourselves another virtual safety car. And that is Callum Anderson or Harry Saunders. Oh, and it's Harry Saunders, and he's got wing damage. So the two Toro Rossos fighting amongst each other. Looks like Saunders has had a big off. So that is two virtual safety cars in a matter of a lap. And Saunders picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. Meanwhile, in the midst of everything that's been going on, Perez has worked his way up into 8th. He started dead last, 17th on the grid. He missed qualifying, wasn't able to set a time, and he's now worked his way into the 8th spot on these medium tires. We see Callum Anderson has made a pit stop to switch over, and so has Harry Saunders. So the two Toro Rossos are going to be stuck with each other, it looks like. And the DRS is enabled. We're back to green flag racing. Saunders is... he's going to come out well behind his teammate, so those two are going to be separated for a little while. Meanwhile, Epic the Animal still trying to catch Q-Tip. And Epic had a great run to pole position last week at Austria. He snatched it at the last second. It was a 1:04.2. It was a great time that he put up. Unfortunately, got caught up in a couple of melees throughout the course of the race and ended up coming home 7th. But he is closing in on Q-Tip big time here under the braking zone. Looks like Q-Tip's able to pull away a little bit under the acceleration coming out of that corner. Yellow flag sector 2 and 3. We've got another car off. And that is going to be Callum Anderson in the Toro Rosso. So not a good day for Toro Rosso at all. So that car got cleared and removed. So we've got one of the Ferraris is off. At least I thought it was a Ferrari. Might have been one of the... I don't know what that was. It was there and it's gone. Callum Anderson, though, has officially left the session. So rough day for Toro Rosso. We're only on lap 6 of this 26-lap Grand Prix, and it's already been full of action, trying to keep up with everything going on track. Currently watching the battle for second spot. That is Q-Tip in the Williams. That is your two-time HTA F1 champion, followed by Epic the Animal in the factory Renault. Epic is able to catch up under braking, but it looks like the rear setup on that Williams is hooked up pretty good. Q-Tip able to pull away a little bit under the acceleration. They're coming up on the ghost car of AB53 Mo. That car is AI AB53 Mo. Rage quit on lap 1. So the car is roaming around. It is ghost, so it is inconsequential. And look at the bright, sunshiny skies here at Britain. We don't often see that here for Silverstone. Epic's trying hard, but he just can't quite get there. Ooh, Q-Tip drops them left side tires into the grass a little bit. So Epic pushing hard, not quite able to close in on that, even with the DRS advantage. And while he's been doing that, Nola has slowly been stalking them. Nola was about 2.5 seconds back a few laps ago. He is now 2.1. So he's closing in on this battle between Q-Tip and Epic the Animal. And we've got ourselves a little bit of a battle going on between, this is Khalifa and Salmon Pike. Oh, and Try and Catch just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. Try and Catch currently running in 12th spot. Yellow flag sector 2. Looks like that might be one of the... Is that Harry Saunders that's off? Or is that one of the Williams? Oh, it was O'Reilly's gone off. O'Reilly and the other Williams has gone off for this corner here, Sector 2, and he is done for the day. Meanwhile, Khalifa trying to close in on Salmon Pike for the 6th spot. And a 5-second time penalty for trying to catch speeding into the pit lane. Time penalties are going to be a huge issue at the end of this race. I'm surprised we started with 17 cars. We're down to 13 of them left. Surprised to see so many cautions, yellow flags in sectors. Plus, we've had 2 virtual safety cars. I'm surprised we haven't had a full-blown safety car because of an incident. Oh, Epic running very wide coming out of the corners. We switch back to this battle for second. We switch back to the battle for 5th. So we got a couple of battles going on. Salmon Pike trying to hold off the hard-charging Khalifa. Then you've got Q-Tip running in second, trying to hold off a hard-charging Epic the Animal for the 2nd spot. Working lap 9 of 26, so a third of the way through this race now. Here we go. Khalifa going to try and make a move. They're side by side heading into the next corner. Pike's going to take the more defensive line, tried making Khalifa go the long way around. Khalifa able to hold off. I'm sorry, not Sam and Pike able to hold off Khalifa. So try to get my bearings here, trying to get all these drivers and trying to watch timing and scoring and what's going on, because Epic the Animal is all over the gearbox now of Q-Tip in the Williams. DRS slot open. And look at the drag setup on that Williams is amazing. He's able to stay out in front of Epic, even with Epic's DRS slot open. Oh, and they're going to dive into the pits. Oh! 5-second time penalty for Q-Tip for speeding into the pit road, and then Epic gets a 5-second time penalty for a severe collision, and King Kasicki Perez has gone off yellow flag sector 2 and 3. We'll see if we can pick up on Fozzie's heading through that section, and it looks like whatever happened, Perez has got the car, and he's pulled it off to the side, and Perez has left the session. That is unfortunate for him. He had a really good run going. He started dead last, worked his way up into 7th. Unfortunately, he has called it a day. So that is going to move, looks like Khalifa up into the 2nd spot. Carbon Con is not 2nd place. That is a timing and scoring error. Hopefully the game gets that situated at some point. And Khalifa just picked up a 3-second time penalty as well. Anyway, we've got Fozzie Wazzie closing in on Harry Saunders. She's got her DRS slot open, heading down this long straightaway. And V. Rita picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. So a lot of guys getting called out, hitting that pit road. So Rita is pitting. That's going to move Khalifa up into the lead. Now he's running an alternate strategy because he's running the medium tires. And it looks like Fozzie Wazzie, she has lost touch with Harry Saunders, and I just saw a message pop up on the screen from AB53 Mo. It looks like he's out of pure frustration, and it says he wants to quit the league. It says, give my seat to somebody else. See how serious he is next week. See Fozzie Wazzie struggling there with trying to get the power down on that curbing. So, where is Carbon Con? Oh, Carbon Con's going off in the other McLaren. It's a rough day for McLaren. Fozzie Wozzie running in 9th, just got passed by Salmon Pike. And Carbon Con went off into the dirt, so he's now running in 10th. Man, lots to keep up with here. Lap 11 of 26, so we're almost halfway through this race now. Khalifa has yet to pit. He's got V. Rita closing in on him, 18.3 seconds back. Now, the pit stop delta here is actually kind of long. It's about 22, 23 seconds pit stop delta. And we've got a battle here for 4th. This is Cowie and Nola. Nola has been caught up in battles all day. It seems like no matter where he's gone, there's been a Red Bull or Toro Rosso hounding him. And V. Rita just ran the fastest lap of this race. He went 0.3 quicker than Khalifa that lap. Riding along with Nola as he's trying to find a way around Cowie in the Red Bull racing machine. DRS slot open on the Ferrari. Not close enough there. Red Bull and Ferrari, shades of Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel at last year's British Grand Prix. So 12 cars remaining in this race. It's actually 11 cars, really, because AB53's car is Ghost. So he will not be credited with a points finish. Even if the car finishes inside the top 10, he will not get any championship points for it. So really 11 cars running. And Nola's still trying to find a way to get around this Red Bull. I see a lot of these cars are having a hard time getting by here at this track. I mean, it's a very fast track. It looks like a lot of these guys have got some good low drag setups to maintain that high speed through the corners. And a good run now for Nola. He gets a good run through the S's and to the outside. Going to try and do a crossover move, get the power back down, dives to the inside. And yes, he's going to try and get it done. Oh no! A crossover move by Cowie and slams into the side pod of the Ferrari. Nola's got the DRS advantage because he was behind him at the timing and scoring for it. Cowie all over the gearbox, almost slams into the back of him. So now Cowie's the one doing the pursuing. Oh, and he lost the front end, almost lost the car. That was a great save, but he definitely got some aero wash off of the Ferrari in front of him. Yellow flag sector 2, looks like that's a Toro Rosso, and that's Harry Saunders. Looks like Saunders has left the session. I'm sure he's frustrated as well. Side by side is the Red Bull and the Ferrari. Down in the next corner, Nola's going to have to give way, and Cowie's going to go through. Nola trying to do the crossover move, get the power back down. And it looks like Khalifa has pitted, so the battle for 4th just became the battle for 3rd. As Khalifa came out, he's on the soft tires. And the timing and scoring still getting a little screwed up with Carbon Con for some reason. Khalifa closing in on this battle. It looks like Epic the Animal has pitted as well. He pitted about He pitted on lap 10, switched over to the hard tires, so he's going to run them all the way to the end. Meanwhile, these guys are going back and forth with each other. Unbelievable racing from these guys, and now it's becoming a 3-car battle because here comes Khalifa. And Khalifa's now in DRS range. Nola thought about going to the inside. To the outside, Khalifa goes. He's on those fresh softs. Oh, and Nola comes across the nose of Khalifa, shuts the door on him. But while these two are battling it out, looks like now is the time. Cowie's going to try and skip away if he can. DRS slot was open, but not able to get close enough to make a move. He's got a good run coming down the, it's not the front stretch, it's like that second straightaway. Bozzy Wazzy just picked up a 3-second time penalty. She's currently running in the 10th spot. DRS slot open. You see him playing with the steering wheel, gets the fuel mixture up. Side by side, he's got a good run down in the corner. Nola's going to tuck in right behind him. And Khalifa's finally going to get that move done and get out in front of Nola. So Nola drops to the 4th spot. I'm sorry, he drops to the 5th spot. Khalifa moves up into 4th, and he's going to set his sights on Cowie, currently running in 3rd. Meanwhile, nothing's changed up front. V Rita is still your leader. He's out in front of Q-Tip by 4.5 seconds. And once again, Khalifa closing in now on Cowie. Side by side as they head into the corner. Cowie going to try and outbrake him, but around the outside goes Khalifa. He's got the fresher tires. He gets the power down, and he is gone. Cowie's going to try and stick with him on those older mediums. Obviously, Khalifa's going to have to make another pit stop. He's got 3 laps on those soft tires. He's probably going to have to pit after he's got about somewhere between 7 to 9 laps on the softs is when they'll start to give up. And now Cowie's going to make the move to the inside. Cowie's going to dive in and retake that spot. Yellow flag sector 1. Looks like we've got one of the McLarens off in a big moment there for Cowie. Oh, and Cowie's left the session. Why did Cowie leave the session? Oh, he had such a good battle going on with Khalifa and Nola. Is that an internet issue or is that a rage quit? I just don't know with some of these guys in league racing anymore. So Cowie's car will drop through the grid as it goes ghost and the AI takes over. And that's going to make... essentially, that'll make him 11th. AB53 Mo will be 12th. Those cars are both going to be AI. So we've got 10 cars remaining in this race. The good news is if you guys finish, you'll get some points. So let's try and rearrange this grid order here. This is Carbon Con. Carbon Con is not first. This is an error on timing and scoring. V Rita is actually your leader. And that will probably change in a second here. But V Rita is your leader, 5.5 seconds out in front of Q-Tip, who is running in 2nd. Khalifa is now running in 3rd. Nola will be credited with 4th so far. And Epic the Animal on those hard tires, finding a little bit of pace now as the Stint has gone on. He's up into 6th. Actually, that would be 5th. Because Carbon Con's car, and there it gets switched. Carbon Con currently running 10th. So Epic is in 5th. Cowie's car currently running in 6th, but he will fall through the order. Salmon Pike is running in 7th. Harry Saunders is 8th. Try and Catch is 9th. Carbon Con is officially 10th. So on lap 18 of 26, and Carbon Con just picked up a 3-second time penalty. And unfortunately, no close battles on the track. V. Rita well out in front. And King Kasicki has officially left the session. That was Enrique Perez. Left his car a little while ago. So we started with 17 cars. We're now down to essentially 12, 2 of them being ghost cars. The AI is taking over. So really there's 10 drivers left on track. So everybody will get a point if they can finish the race. That's kind of good news for somebody like Fozzie Wazzie, who has struggled a little bit earlier this year. She'll be able to capitalize on today's events and put a point on the board if she can just keep the car on track. And V. Rita looking at another win. Now he leads the league in wins with 4. He's second in points coming into today. He will be the points leader after today if they finish the way they finish. But he'll be able to retake the points lead. Casey G, who is your championship points leader, who finished 3rd last week, not in the race today. So Casey G was able to capitalize last week when V. Rita had his first DNF of the season in Austria. And Casey G was able to come home 3rd and spread that gap. But now Casey G not here today, so V. Rita gets to capitalize on that. Q-Tip running in 2nd spot, and he is looking at a second place finish in a row. That would give him, if they finish now, that would be his 3rd podium of the season. Your 2-time F1 champion here in HTA RL. And Khalifa running in 3rd. Now he's going to have to make another pit stop on those soft tires to switch out, because they're not going to last all the way to the end of this race. I do not believe so. That's a long way to go on softs. He's currently running in 3rd. Picked up his first win of the season last time out at Austria. Good on him. Be great to see if he can finish on the podium, make it 2 podiums in a row for him. And Nola's had a pretty eventful day. A lot of good, hard racing from Nola. He was racing earlier on with the Red Bulls and the Toro Rossos in that 4-car battle that we saw. Then he had the battle going on with Khalifa and Cowie. Really some good, hard racing between the drivers, and I don't think there was any malice done with Cowie. It seemed Cowie possibly rage quit because he was getting pushed around. Maybe he had an internet issue. I don't know. Epic the Animal quietly running in 5th. Now, Epic, 3rd in points. He's been able to... Epic's been the best of the rest. Aside from Casey G and V. Rita, Epic's been the most consistent driver all year. He doesn't have any DNFs. He's hadn't finished lower than 4th in the first 6 rounds of the season. And it wasn't until last round out where he got his first pole position of the season he did come home in 7th. So he's been very consistent all year. He's always putting points on the board. So he's 3rd in points. And Simon Pike, relatively new driver. I think he made his debut last week. I think he also does International Racing League. I'm pretty sure he does the IRL as well. He signed up with them. So he's quietly running in 6th. Carbon Con, whose day has been up and down according to timing and scoring because they put him in 1st and 2nd a lot. He is actually running in the 7th spot. He's gotten around Cowie's car. Cowie currently running in 8th, but he is ghost and not there. So Try and Catch is just getting around his teammate as a lap car. Try and Catch will be running in the 8th spot when this is all said and done. Harry Saunders. Has Saunders gone ghost as well? Okay, his car's back to normal. Or it's not back to normal. I don't know if Harry Saunders has left the session or not. It looks like his car's gone AI. I don't know if that's just a glitch in the game or what. But Fozzie Wozzie will be getting into the points once she gets ahead of Cowie's car. I'm sure that will fall. Well, even if Cowie finishes in the points, he will not get credited for him. So Fozzie Wozzie looking at getting some points on the board today for McLaren. So, and that is AB53 Mo is going to round out your your 12 remaining cars on track. To the best of my knowledge, 10 drivers remaining in the race. And we do have a little bit of a battle starting to materialize here between Khalifa and Q-Tip. And maybe I'm wrong. 5 laps remaining in this race. Khalifa might try and run these softs to the end. That's a long way to go on soft tires. And try and catch with a 3-second time penalty. And Khalifa really catching up to Q-Tip under braking there. Cuts that corner big time, though. They both did. Grass flying off of the rear tires of the Williams in front. And a good run coming out of that corner. He's got the draft. He's got the slipstream. And they're coming up on AB53 Mo's Ghost car. Crazy race today here at Silverstone. Usually don't see this much action at this track. And they both had the DRS that time because Q-Tip was behind AB53 Mo at the time in scoring. He was within a second of the lap car. So he was able to capitalize on that. Yellow flag, sector 2. Not sure who that was. These two actually just head through that, so it could have been one of the cars behind them try and catch, or Carbon Con. Hard to say, but they head through the very fast S's here. Here he comes, Khalifa, with a great run coming down the straightaway. Q-Tip tries to take down the inside. And Khalifa hanging tough. Q-Tip back to the outside. Give me a better view. Come on, Codemasters. Now they're side by side. Khalifa able to hold off the hard charging Q-Tip. Q-Tip wanted to get the spot back. Couldn't make it happen. I don't think Q-Tip's just done with him just yet. Oh, and look at Khalifa trying to break up the slipstream as they snakes their way down this straightaway. Q-Tip able to catch up under braking a little bit. Now Q-Tip's car's been really good coming out of the corners, getting the power down. You can hear him work that throttle, almost kind of like an Art and Senna type thing, on and off real quick. Bop, bop, bop. Limiting that wheel spin. And Carbon Con just ran the fastest lap of this race. He did make a pit stop to switch over to soft tires. So he's going to try and maybe snatch that lone point for the fastest lap. Again, Q-Tip's going to have the DRS slot open. And here he comes now. Khalifa's going to be on the defensive end of this. And the same pass that Q-Tip had done to him, he does to Khalifa. Tries to push him wide. Khalifa's still side by side with him. And down to the inside, and they're still side by side as they head in the next corner. Q-Tip tries to push him wide. Fozzie Wozzie just picks up a 3-second time penalty. They both run wide coming out of that corner. They almost bang wheels. Khalifa cuts just in front of him. You can see the adjustments that he's making on the steering wheel at the same time while he's doing this hardcore racing. And I am really surprised Khalifa's been able to make these softs work as well as they are 11-lap-old softs. They should be giving up at this point. And there is a battle materializing between Nola and Epic the Animal. Epic is within half a second of Nola for the 4th spot, but I don't want to miss out on this battle for second. Oh no! Oh, that looked like a dive bomb, and Khalifa caught the grass. I thought the car was going to go around. And Carbon Con, you see there, he is not actually classified in second. It seems to be a very glitchy lobby. Some of these cars, I feel like, are not ghost cars or shouldn't be ghost cars. Continue to watch this battle rage on for the second spot between Q-Tip and Khalifa. Khalifa coming off of that win last week, putting on a good show today. It looks like the tires are finally starting to give up. The back end wanted to kick out on that just a little bit coming out of there. DRS slot's going to be open for Q-Tip as they head down the straightaway. And even if Khalifa can't hang on to second, the way he's been able to race with those 12-lap-old tires, those softs, it's amazing to me he's made them run this long. But I say that, but Try and Catch has done the same thing. Try and Catch is running in 9th. He's got 16 laps on those soft tires. They have got to be giving up a lot of grip at this point. And we are finally on the penultimate lap of this race. V. Rita, your leader, out in front of this battle by 10.5 seconds. V. Rita's been pretty much uncontested all day from the start of this. Epic had a good start at the beginning, but unfortunately, that was about it as far as any type of battle for the lead. Q-Tip now closing in. He's within 0.3 of a second. He's in striking distance. Final lap. And again, timing penalties will be assessed, and this could change the running order altogether, but right now the battle is going on for second spot. Does Q-Tip have anything left in the tank? Does he have any tricks up his sleeve? Anything left in the bag to try and find a way around Khalifa? Yellow flag, sector 1. Looks like that's a McLaren that's gone off. Oh, and Q-Tip just picked up a 3-second time penalty from running too wide on that corner. That could cost him. Oh, and the car, look at Khalifa's car sliding around in the S as he's fighting the tires. The tires are so worn out at this point. Here comes Q-Tip. He's going to try and go around the outside. Khalifa's going to be there. They're side by side heading to the sweeping right-hander. They're still side by side. Q-Tip's got a nose out in front, and there he is. And V. Rito picks up a 5-second unserved penalty. That's going to be inconsequential as he comes across the line. 11 seconds in front of this battle for second. Q-Tip comes across the line. What has happened to... Oh, Khalifa! He's had an issue. Whoo! And he just... Oh, he almost lost third spot. Oh, man, and look at the time penalties now. Q-Tip drops to third. Nola is going to be credited with fourth. Epic the Animal is fifth. Salmon Pike is sixth. And Carbon Con, it looks like he's going to be credited with seventh. His timing and scoring has been messed up all day. Now, Cowie's car has come across eighth, but he is not here. He will not get credited for those points, I do not believe. Same thing with possibly Harry Saunders. Fozzie Wozzie's going to get into the points, though. Good for her. Picking up another championship point. try and catch, making those tires last 17 laps on soft tires. We saw how much trouble Khalifa was having, even at the end of that lap, with grip on his car. So I can't imagine anything's, and you can see he's struggling just to get the power down. Looks like he's probably got a flat tire or flat tires. Yeah, it looks like that left rear is gone on that car. So 17 laps, looks like it was one lap too many for try and catch. Nola says, woohoo, yes. It looks like he's happy with his race today. He had some good hard driving with some of the drivers on track. So I will try and get this situated here. But congratulations to V. Rita, his 5th win of the season. He'll retake the championship points lead away from KCG, who was not in the race today. Q-Tip came across 2nd, but classified 3rd. Khalifa with another epic podium run after coming off of a great win last week. He comes home 2nd today. Almost lost out on it because of the going off in the grass at the last corner. So, unofficial results. V. Rita with the win. Khalifa coming home 2nd. Q-Tip is 3rd. Nola 4th. Epic the Animal 5th. Salmon Pike is 6th. Carbon Con is 7th. Cowie 8th. Harry Saunders is 9th. Fozzie Wazzie is 10th. Those are the top 10 points paying positions. Bear in mind, Cowie and Harry Saunders, I do not believe, finished the race. I don't believe they'll be credited with any points. Try and Catch is 11th. AB53 Mo is the beginning. I'm sorry, that's not the beginning of the DNFs. King Kasicki is the beginning of the DNFs. That was Enrique Perez. And he is 13th with O'Reilly 14th. Callum Anderson 15th. Invictus is 16th. And David Wallbank rounding out your 17 drivers in today's race. Unbelievable drive from V. Rita for another win. So this has been round 8 for the HTA Hit the Apex Racing League Assists League. What a race today. Congratulations to V. Rita on his win and to Q-Tip and Khalifa on their podium finishes. Now, guys, be sure to check us out again next week. Well, we'll be doing round 9 at Circuit des Jeux at Villeneuve in Canada. It'll be the Canadian Grand Prix. That'll be round 9. And be sure to like, subscribe, and comment to the YouTube channel. You can check out all the previous races from this year and last year. And be sure to check out last week's race. That was a great race at Austria. I was not there to commentate, but Ozone Leaston was there. He did a fairly good job getting it done. And I appreciate him filling in for me last week. But Khalifa's win last week was a pretty good one to watch. And today's race was pretty epic to watch as well. So, guys, get caught up on all that. Check us out again next week. In Canada, this has been HTA Hit the Apex Racing League. This has been the Assist League. I am KAMIKAZE-FOX, and we will see you guys at the next round.